Hey dude, remember me? Today we're in the cab of the Sprinter. I'm procrastinating a bit in the back because I'm trying to make some decisions around side pods and that sort of thing. So I figured I'll make a start under the passenger seat just here, because I really appreciate things like wiring and heating and that kinds of stuff. So let me show you where I'm at. So under the passenger seat here is where the spare battery lived. We're a little bit late to the party as usual, so sorry about that. But yeah, I've taken the leisure battery out. It's just sat in the back for now, in an attempt to unveil some of the wiring and try and figure out what the police have done when they decommissioned this thing. So I've got this bundle of wires here, which I think might go towards the dashboard. I'll show you a bit later on why. There's this bundle of wires, which I might go backwards, not really sure, figure it out. There's these bigger wires in this bit of trunking, don't know what that's for. There's this red stuff that's been cut, it's quite big. Don't know what that is, all kinds of stuff going on in here. And that brings us on to the dash. So clearly being a police van, this would have had lots of blue lights and sirens and all sorts. So it's a horrible mess of all sorts of stuff up here. So I'm not expecting to get this all finished today, but I just want to try and suss out what everything is and where it goes. So I think for now I'm going to take this off, and I might try and get this fascia out just so I get a bit more access in here, and then we'll take it from there. You know, I might actually have to look up how to take this thing apart. I'll be right back with you. Well, it turns out we've got no signal, so the great experiment continues. I figured out how to get that off. So I'll show you the other side. This one's actually cracked up here. Might try and fix it, could just get a new one. We'll see what they cost. To be fair, I wouldn't mind replacing them anyway because they've all got screws, and that one's got a clip of some kind for something. That one just popped out of the front. Gently, and then the back's hooked in. The clip still got it somewhere, that one. I'm just trying not to make it any worse in case I do decide to save it, you know. Come on, get out. Oh, well, so much for not making it worse. Looks like we're getting a new one. Okay. Hey. Hey. I think I have to disconnect the cables. Bring forward well. Fantastic. How you work? Not so much the wiring that's tricky here, it's the cables next to this thing. I don't know how it works, I don't want to break it. It's like it's twisted, I don't really know. Oh, okay. Okay, last wire. You just unplug or what? Okay, you may have missed the triumph moment, but the heat controls are out. Now this here, these, what's that, 4 plugs, represent all of the factory plugs that I have removed, apart from this one kind of cable for the heat controls. All of the rest of this junk is police-ness. So we've got an LED and some stuff with some electrical tape. We've got a blade fuse that's pretty badly put together in there. See the exposed solder joint? You might just be able to catch it if I get it to focus. We've got some trunking with nothing in it at all. And then under here, crimps. I think that's the stereo, all the crimps. More electrical tape, cable ties, more random stuff. I think. Oh wow! And if you look that, you might not be able to see all that. None of that's factory. That's all added in after. So I'm gonna have to take a good chunk of this dashboard apart. I think. I reckon probably that airbag's got to come out. Because I think all of this stuff goes across, down, and then somehow under this seat. And I think the best way to go about this is going to be to just trace the whole lot, pull out as much stuff as I possibly can, and then put the dashboard back together. It's going to be a bit of a job, but we've made a start now, so let's carry on. Okay, so next up is all the wires that go behind the airbag. So I'm going to try and figure out how to take this out very carefully. As you can see, I've got the A-pillar trim off, and next up is this thing. Which, there we go. That's not doing very much. GSM, GPS. It's got like an antenna screw on it. Oh man. You know, I wonder if this whole ceiling's going to have to come out one of these days to try and get rid of all this. Pretty sure all of that is, I don't know how well you can see that, I'm pretty sure all of this wiring is police stuff. Let me show you how much stuff's back here. You see that? All of this. See the tiny little factory lane behind it? All of this stuff. Pretty sure is police. And then big bundle of GPS-y stuff. Yeah. That's got to be extra, all that, and this big monster grey thing with all these little bits of wire. Let's carry on. Next up, for stripping the dashboard down there and trying to find out where the wires go, is figuring out what wires feed this stuff. So I'm going to take this panel out. Might try and get behind here because the diesel heater controls are up there, and I want to figure out which way they run, and we'll see where we go. So here goes nothing. Much like everything else in this van, it's a case of just start taking stuff apart and see where you go, right? There's no manual for it. Okay, well, that's really not gonna. Okay. No, those two. Together. Cycle. Okay. Let's take it down. It's free. Let's definitely plug in there. Oh wow. All kinds of stuff there. Oh. So yeah, right, so you can use that, but this one is. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's radio. Probably reuse that panel. I'm going to do something about the stereo hole because it's probably not going to live there. Alright, let's take a look inside, shall we? So there's the holes in the outside skin for the old blue lights. Don't know what that big old hose is going down there. 9mm wall Max Flex. Okay. All kind. Oh my gosh! Loads of wiring goes to the back. I've seen some cut wires in there. We've got extra wires here. These blue ones. We've got a relay panel up there. And whatever that fan blower thing is, maybe it is AC. Okay, alright. Stand by. Let me have a look. A little bit of a change of plan. I think we'll have this one off as well. I think it's just going to make our life easier if we can get to everything. I have to get the hose clamps off for these, and I don't know how that unplugs, but only one way to find out. Alright, tell you what, let's unplug the diesel heater first. Don't want to break that control panel. Would like to replace it with one with a thermostat or something on it though. I don't break these clips either, if I can avoid it. Got enough wiring to do, rather not have to replace them, you know. There we go, there's one. There's two. When I first looked around this thing, I kind of had half a mind to rip this whole panel out and use the shelf for storage, because in a small van like this, every inch of storage you can get is well, you just want to maximize the space, right? But looking behind there now and seeing that big AC thingy, if it is AC, I think we might end up leaving this alone. I might actually even put a stereo back in. Obviously I want to put something in the dashboard, but having a little something back here for when you're away and camping, you know, might be quite cool. Okay, so when I took the cover off that box up there, you see it? Off the with all the blowers and stuff, I think that's air conditioning. So what I've done, I've popped the bonnet. Let me show you. Pop the bonnet, trying to track it backwards or forwards even. Get me torch. So up, coming through that grommet over there, there's a whole load of stuff that I don't think is factory. That looks factory, going over the back there. This, that wire under the bottom of it might be factory, possibly, maybe, that thing. But those two little plastic Uzi Watsits, I'm pretty confident aren't. And then I think the sleeved, there's a whole load of sleeve stuff that I'm not sure about as well. Anyway, if we come across this way a bit, there's more. Let's see if I can get you where you can see it. Down there, that stuff does not look factory either. So I think that runs forward to a compressor. I don't know what that is. That bottle looking thing, is that a condenser? I don't know what a condenser. I don't know much about air conditioning, to be fair, so I'm probably talking rubbish. But I think it's got aircon in the back, which is cool. So well, I know we're bouncing around to lots of different places in this video, but I promise you it's all wiring related. This footstep needs to come out, because you might not be able to see some wires come out from under the seat and then go up the B pillar. But also there's a whole load of stuff comes out from the dashboard, up there, comes down behind the A pillar and goes kind of under here and up. So I want to get this out. I've removed the caps that hide the bolts. However, someone else has, oh no, not sealed them up properly. Basically, the three of them are all full of water, and they've rusted everything in there to death. So there's no chance of getting a Torx bit on them. So I'm gonna have to drill them out, I think. So here goes. You'll never guess what. I thought this was the end of this stuff. I was just pulling around on this bit, and I hit record before I pulled it out. So check this out. Another 9mm round. I think that's 5 bullets so far in this van. And I forgot to record an outro again. So here's a before, you've seen the after. Join me next time for some more wiring. See you later.